Hello viewers, welcome to the Editorial Analysis by Drishti IAS. In this section, we regularly take editorials from various newspapers and news portals for a better understanding of various issues happening in India and around the globe. Dear viewers, in this section, we first try to link the editorial with our UPSC syllabus, then we go analytical in order to understand some key points and at last some important concepts. Dear viewers, we truly hope that you like this initiative taken by Drishti IAS and your feedbacks are important for us. So kindly feel free to give your important feedbacks in the comment section. So without any further delay, let's commence our session.
Dear viewer, this video is available in Hindi as well. If you wish to watch it, please visit our Hindi YouTube channel, Drishti IAS. For your convenience, the link for this video in Hindi has been provided in the description below.
Today's editorial is taken from The Hindu, published on 18th of December 2020. The title of today's editorial is Sanctions Overreach. If we try to summarize today's editorial, we can say that the United States should realize it cannot dictate terms in a changed global order with its new powers. If we try to link today's editorial with our UPSC syllabus, we can link it with GS Paper 2, which has sections that include polity, constitution, governance, international relations. Some key points from today's editorial. The United States' decision to impose sanctions on Turkey over its purchase of the S-400 missile defense system from Russia further complicates the already troubled relationship between the two NATO members. Now, we all know that the United States of America recently has imposed several sanctions under the Countering America's Adversaries through Sanctions Act, which was passed in 2017 over Turkey. The reason which America has given over these sanctions is because Turkey has recently purchased the S-400 missile defense system from Russia. Now, if we speak about this entire matter, the United States says that Russia's S-400 surface-to-air missile system is incompatible with NATO technology and is a threat to the Euro-Atlantic alliance. The sanctions, which were announced by the State Department on Monday, targeted Turkey's weapons procurement sector. However, this move was swiftly condemned by officials both in Turkey and Russia. Now, Turkey has already been kicked out by the United States of America from its F-35 fighter jet program because of the purchase that Turkey has made with Russia of S-400 defense missile system. Now, what exactly is the reason why the United States is objecting to this deal? Now, the United States made very clear to Turkey at the highest level and on several numerous occasions that Turkey purchasing the S-400 system would endanger the security of the United States military technology and personnel and provide substantial funds to the Russia's defense sector, as well as Russian access to the Turkish armed forces and defense industry. So, after this sanctions have been sent, Turkey and Russia, they have condemned the decision that was taken by America. However, Turkey, it has already procured and they have started the testing of the S-400 defense missile system despite the availability of alternative NATO interoperable systems to meet its defense requirement. Now, let's move ahead. The United States Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, said earlier this week that the Trump administration was obliged to impose sanctions on Turkey under the Countering America's Adversaries through Sanctions Act that was passed in 2017, aimed at discouraging third countries from buying weapons from Russia. Now, if we speak about the Sanctions Act, we have to get into some detail of this particular act. So the act is basically known as CAA-TSA. Now this means countering America's adversaries through Sanction Act. Now, what exactly this act is? So this act, it was passed in 2017 and got enacted in the same year. It is a United States federal law that imposed sanctions on Iran, North Korea, and Russia. It also includes sanctions against countries that engaged in significant transactions with Russia's defense and intelligence sector. This act empowers the United States President to impose at least 5 of the 12 listed sanctions on person engaged in a significant transaction with Russian defense and intelligence sector. Earlier, the United States has suspended Turkey from its F-35 fighter jet program, which Washington feared would be undermined by the Russian system. Now, again, we have to see what exactly is the situation, what exactly is the US Turkey F-35 fighter jet program. Okay, so when we are speaking about the F-35 fighter jet program, it basically is a program which has been called as the arms deal of the century. This joint strike fighter program, also known as the F-35 program, is the arms deal of the century. The F-35 program is an international weapons contract between the United States and its allies. It is aimed at developing fifth generation fighter jets. The signatories to the deal contributed capital for the research and development of the F-35 jet. The contract partners of the United States in this treaty are categorized based on the quantum of their investment in the program. Level 1 partner UK, it has pledged to give 2.2 billion US dollars to the program, followed by Italy and Netherlands at level 2 with around $1 billion. Turkey, along with 4 others, are present at level 3 and they have made a contribution ranging between 100 to $200 million. Based on the levels, the participant countries were offered technological transfers, training of pilots, and prospects for local manufacturing. So, United States of America has already kicked out Turkey from this F-35 fighter jet program. The reaction that came from President Erdogan has called the sanctions an attack on Turkey's sovereignty. The United States decision will have implication for India as well, which has also co-ordered the S-400 defense missile system. The Trump administration has been non-committed on giving India a sanction waiver. See, because Turkey is being imposed by sanctions from the United States of America, the same can definitely happen with India as well, because India has also purchased the S-400 defense missile system, and probably by next year we will get the first lot of the delivery. By 2025, Russia has committed that the entire delivery will be made to India. So definitely there can be some consequences under the Sanctions Act for India as well. Now, when we are studying about S-400 defense missile system, we actually should get some idea about what exactly the S-400 air defense system is. Now, with reference to India, I'll say, now India has signed a $5 billion deal with Russia to buy the S-400 air defense missile system in 2018. This system is also known as Triumph interceptor-based missile system. It can simultaneously track numerous incoming objects, all kinds of aircrafts, missiles, UAVs in a radius of 400 km, and launch appropriate missiles to neutralize them. If we speak about the S-400, it is Russia's most advanced long-range surface-to-air missile defense system. Like I have already told you, Russia plans to complete the delivery to India by 2025. The United States, they have imposed sanctions on Russia under the Countering America's Adversaries through Sanctions Act for the manufacturing of S-400. So this is something with reference to the delivery of S-400 air defense missile system to India. Now, if we speak about how exactly the S-400 defense missile system works, so number one, long range surveillance radar tracks object. Okay, so the radar, it tracks object and it relays information to command vehicle, which assesses what kind of targets are to be determined. Second, target is identified and the command vehicle orders missile launch. Once the target is identified, the command vehicle orders complete missile launch. The launch data are sent to the best placed launch vehicle and it releases surface to air missiles. Engagement radar helps guide missiles towards target. So once the data are sent to the best placed launch vehicle, it releases a surface to air missile, and the engagement radar, which is incorporated in this defense system, it helps in guiding the missile towards the target. Also, there is mention of NATO here, and it is to be noted that both United States of America as well as Turkey, both are the members of NATO. Now, what exactly NATO is? So, NATO is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It is an intergovernmental military alliance. It was established by the Washington Treaty. The Washington Treaty. The treaty was signed on 4th of April 1949. If we speak about the headquarters are located in Belgium, okay, and the headquarters of the Allied Command Operations, it is located in Mons, M-O-N-S, again in Belgium. Now, the most important objectives that NATO has formed with, they are, if we speak about the political objectives, so NATO promotes democratic values and enables members to consult and cooperate on defense and security related issues to solve problem, build trust, and in long run prevent conflict. If we speak about the military objective of NATO, so NATO is committed to the peaceful resolution of disputes if the diplomatic efforts fail. It has the military power to undertake crisis management operations. These are carried out under the Collective Defense Clause of NATO's founding treaty, the Article 5 of the Washington Treaty, or under a United Nations mandate. So, this was something with reference to NATO as well. Let's move ahead. In the case of Turkey, Washington has said it would not invoke sanctions if Ankara did not activate the system. But why would Turkey have purchased this anti-missile system for billions of dollars if it did not want to activate it? Washington came up with an idea and it suggested Turkey that if Turkey does not activate the S-400 defense missile system, in that case, there will be no sanctions on Turkey. But just imagine how foolish that will be. A country, when they are spending around $4 to $5 billion on one particular system, then why would they not activate it? In Turkey, in October, Turkey test fired the system and in 2 months, sanctions are in place. Turkey test fired the system in the month of October and in 2 months, the United States have imposed sanctions on Turkey. The United States' decision to suspend Turkey from the F35 program as well within its right. It is up to the Washington who it should sell the weapons to see. If we speak about the F35 fighter jet program, so that entire project is brainchild of America. So America has definitely got all the rights that who he wants to keep in and who it wants to kick out. But when it comes to such a situation, what America is doing in the case of Turkey buying S-400 defense system, so this actually is nothing but a clear-cut example of bullying. America whole and soul wants all the countries to purchase, buy all the weapon system primarily from America itself. So definitely it, or you can call this particular decision, is nothing but a sort of bullying. It has been mentioned in the editorial as well. But punishing other countries with sanctions for their decision to buy weapons from a third party is trans-border bullying, if not meddling with their sovereignty. Each country takes decision on defense buys based on its requirement and security challenges. See, every country has got their concerns. Every country has got their own requirements and security challenges. Now, nobody can tell a country that, okay, if you want to buy something, you have to buy only and only this product, and that too from this particular country. All the spending that I have done. So America has to understand this particular thing. The S-400, which has been deployed by Russia in Syria along its border with Eastern Europe and in the Arctic Circle, is seen as a highly advanced aerial shield. Now, if we speak about S-400, it is absolutely world class and one of the best highly advanced aerial shields right now present in the world. The way ahead. It is hardly surprising that Turkey, China, and India, who are rising ambitious powers with daunting security challenges, opted for S-400. See, China also has ordered for the S-400 defense system along with Turkey and India. All these countries have their own security challenges, and that's the reason why they have opted for S-400. Pushing them is coercion sans strategic thinking. From a geopolitical point of view, the United States' action could drive Turkey further into the hands of Russia, despite their serious disagreements over crises such as Syria, Libya, and now Nagorno-Karabakh. We have to understand one thing, that when United States of America has taken such decision against Turkey, then Turkey is not left with any other alternative. The only alternative Turkey has got right now is it will get even closer to Russia. And further, if there's any other defense deal and there are so many sanctions on Turkey, then the only country it can approach is Russia. Even though both Turkey and Russia had their own serious disagreements over various issues like that of Syria, Libya, and recently we saw what happened in Nagorno-Karabakh region as well. Yet, Turkey wanted this defense system and it approached Russia. So, these sanctions will do nothing, but they will bring both Turkey and Russia even closer in order to share a good defense strategic relationship. Mr. Erdogan still choose to buy Russian weapons shows that there is a paradigm shift in Ankara's strategic thinking. You have to understand that these countries continuously had their sets of issues. Recently, we saw what happened in Nagorno-Karabakh region. Though Russia didn't intervene directly, but it was quite clear that if war breaks out, then Russia is definitely going to support Armenia, and Azerbaijan was supported by Turkey. The United States-Turkey tensions coupled with the war of words between French President Emmanuel Macron and Mr. Erdogan and the Greece-Turkey spat over the Eastern Mediterranean region points to crack in NATO. See, the relationship between the United States and Turkey has also been quite tensed in past couple of years. Now, recently we saw that rift coming when there was a war of words between the French President Emmanuel Macron and the President of Turkey, Mr. Erdogan. Now, there was a severe war of words. And also, recently, Greece had a spat with Turkey over the Eastern Mediterranean region. So, this actually shows how the relationship between the United States and Turkey is not on the same terms what it used to be earlier. And chances are quite high that it actually shows how the various cracks can be seen in NATO as of now. The United States should ask itself whether it wants to widen these further or take a broader view of the changes that are underway in the global order. It is absolutely on the United States. They have to see what exactly do they want. Do they want to widen this gap, or do they want to make sure that whatever the relationship was with Turkey before, it should come onto the same page? The 90s unilateralism has already paved the way for new multilateralism. See, there was a time in the 90s, in the decades of 90, after the USSR collapsed, the only country that was called and that was left as a superpower was United States of America. And this unilateralism has actually created lot many power segments, lot many power sectors all over the globe now. And what kind of attitude America had at that point of time, it will definitely not be tolerated by countries now. There are many rising powers and their demands may no longer be dictated by the wishes of Washington. That's what I exactly said. No country wants to. See, if we speak about India, we do not want to hear anyone. We do not want anyone. Suggestions are most welcome. But if someone tries to dictate their terms on us, then definitely this is not a right thing that we want. And we have our own authority. We are not bowed to anyone. So definitely America too has to understand that the time, what was in the decades of 90, it has already been crossed. And now countries have their own choices and own authority in whatever they want to do. So viewers, this was with your today's editorial analysis. A question that can be framed with reference to today's editorial analysis is, what is the S-400 deal and why is India cautious as United States sanctions Turkey? So viewers, I hope you liked today's editorial analysis. Thank you very much.